Hi Andrea, it's Brandy here. I got your beautiful question about the Aries. So this is gonna be a reading for the Aries sun sign, not just for Andrea, but for all Aries. Okay. I did get 4 new decks today so far, out of the 6 that I ordered. Um, so I'll be using the 4 new decks that I have right now. Um, I didn't I didn't really look through them all really, so they're really fresh. I just kind of opened them. I pulled a few cards just to fact check the decks, and they check out. So I didn't do like a spread, but we're gonna get into it. Okay. Let me see. I'm gonna put the phone down here as well. Start shuffling up the cards. I'm gonna pull a few cards from each deck here. um. So I haven't even. I don't think I opened this one yet. Let me see here. Woo! Just gonna grab something sharp here. I've read all of them but this one. So just bear with me, guys. Alright, so let me just shuffle up the cards. I'm gonna ask, for whatever comes out for the sign of Aries, please. What's going on with Aries? All my Aries in the collective, please. For my collective here on YouTube, what's going on with Aries in the collective here on YouTube? I'll pull a few of these minis. What's going on with Aries here in the collective? Aries. And a couple cards coming out. Take a few more. Aries, please. Aries. What's going on with Aries? Aries. What's going on with Aries, please, in the collective? What's going on with Aries, please? Messages for Aries. Messages for Aries. Aries. I love you, Aries. Let's see. Let's pull one more. One more message for Aries, please. Here we go. Okay. The bottom of the deck we have is the Knight of Swords. And this is just a mini deck, okay, guys? I'm putting it up closer so you can see it. This is the Knight of Swords. The cards don't have the names on them, so if I go slow or like read from the book, I mean, this isn't fresh deck, so. This is the Twin Flame Love Notes. So we're gonna get a few love notes for Aries, please. Let's get a few love notes for Aries, please. Let's get a few love notes for Aries, please. For Aries, a few love notes. Love notes for Aries, please. Let's get a couple more love notes for Aries. A couple more love notes for Aries. Let's get one more love note for Aries, please. One more love note for Aries, please. Okay. So we'll take 4 love notes. This is what they look like, guys. And then we have these, what's the gossip cards? These are really fun. So I'm gonna pull 4 or 5 of these. I don't know yet. What's the gossip for Aries, please? What's the gossip for Aries? What's the gossip for Aries, please? Let's pull one more gossip card for Aries, please. And then the last deck we have here is the Halloween Oracle. Okay. Oh, I didn't even realize my speakers are on, so I don't know if you can hear the volume on this. I don't know, I might have to re-record. Let me just record the video and see how it goes. I have to re-record this video, guys. Let me just pause it real quick. Hang on. I don't know if the volume was out for the whole time of the whole beginning of that reading. I didn't start the reading yet, guys, but I don't know if there was volume for the first 5 minutes. Oh my gosh. So I might have to just timestamp it. We're at like 5:12 right now. And I'm just pulling the cards. I was just explaining that we're going to be using the new decks. And that this is a reading for the sign of Aries. Requested by Andrea. One of my YouTube viewers here. So, we didn't get into the cards yet, so you didn't miss anything. Still pulling. We're gonna pull from the Halloween Oracle right now. This is it right here. And we're gonna pull a few cards from here. Messages for Aries, please. Interesting. And I'm definitely gonna have to read from the book for this. Let me get a crowning message. We got two crowning messages. Okay. All right, guys. So let's get into it. We only have one tarot deck here, okay, guys? The other two decks that I ordered are tarot decks, but they're right now the shipment is delayed. So everything else is oracle or message cards. We have 2 oracle, 1 message, and 1 tarot. Okay, all the cards are pulled. So I really hope the first 5 minutes of the video wasn't silent. But we'll see here at the end, okay? At least I didn't get into the reading yet. Okay, where's the book? So we have the Halloween Oracle. And the first card out we have is the Jack-o'-lantern. And it says protection. So I'm just going to go and see what it says in the book about the Jack-o'-lantern and protection. I probably should have only pulled a couple of these cards since you get to read from the book for it. We're going to take this reading nice and slow. So. There's a little poem, okay? It says, oh, Jack, let me carve my protection. Shine your fire outwards, evil rejection and reflection. Okay. And then it says, the text says, Halloween shouldn't be the same without carving of pumpkins into scary jack-o'-lantern. Wouldn't be the same, excuse me. Without carving of pumpkins into scary jack-o'-lanterns. And then it goes on to say how it's become an art. It says, know that you are protected and that you are capable of creating the life that you want and that the universe supports you in this, should Jack shine his light upon you. Boundaries are important to teach people how to treat us, and drawing this card indicates that you may wish to renew the ones you have or to establish new ones. So the book says this card is talking about boundaries. Those boundaries that protect us. Yeah, and isn't it interesting, like, when we put out pumpkins like this, we put them right by our doorstep, right? Right at like, what do you call it? Is it called like the hearth of the home? Or is that like outside or is that inside? The hearth, the threshold of the home, right? You put it at the threshold, the doorstep. These little pumpkins that we carve right at the threshold, right? Um, and the card's talking about protection and boundaries, and we put these right at the threshold. Um, so yeah, having a need to establish boundaries, like maybe at the threshold of your home, and this could be talking about your internal home too, like your heart, like inside of you, not just like your physical house, you know, um, because there are people that are testing your boundaries. I don't know. Okay, let's go on to the next card. We have invisibility, and it says authenticity underneath that. Let me show you the card. Sorry. These cards are gorgeous, by the way. It's the first time I'm viewing these. This is invisibility, and it came out right next to protection, right? So let's just see what the book has to say about invisibility. There's a poem. It says, heart beating we sense but do not see. They touch, we chill, they come unseen. Oh wow. That's so deep. I got the chills. Oh my god. Oh, hairs are standing up. Heart beating we sense but do not see. They touch, we chill, they come unseen. So I'm just wondering, like, who they is, right? It says in the book, you know that feeling you have sometimes when someone is watching you? You cannot see them, yet you have a distinct feeling that someone is there. All the hairs are up on the back of your neck. I just said that. You think you see something in the corner of your eye, but when you turn, there is nothing to be seen but empty air. This is the power of invisibility, the indirect fear and the covert threat of having to fight something that we cannot see. Humans have a strong visual sense, so it is no wonder that we are uneasy about things we cannot see. The ancients believed that all manner of creatures, mythical and physical, and all, of course, deities, could make themselves invisible at will. When we consider that some animals are camouflaged so well by their coats or behavior, and sometimes even if we are looking straight at them, they are hard to see within their environment. That invisibility isn't such a far-fetched concept. In many cultures, the idea of beings who could watch us undetected were and still are common. Jinns, angels, nature spirits, the fae, and even practitioners of magic, such as witches, are said to have power to appear and disappear at will. Later in literature and then in movies, invisibility becomes a common power, and we now have fictional superheroes that are invisible and even cloaks of invisibility. The concept of invisibility is a double-edged sword. Whilst it is a powerful tool to be able to gain information or to assist whilst no one sees, individuals using it are privy to information that may not be meant for them, and it may be taken out of context or unethically. It is a power of manipulation and easily abused. The idea of hiding away and not being seen is also a big part of the dark side of this concept. We are all born to shine out light into the world and to take our roles. Hiding our talents, not expressing our true selves, stealing others' ideas or work, and being someone else rather than your authentic self are all aspects to consider should this card appear in your reading. Huh. That's a lot. That's a lot to take in. Hmm. So it's interesting that we got these two cards next to each other because we have the protection and the invisibility, right? The jack-o'-lantern and the invisibility. And the jack-o'-lantern talks about protection, right? And the invisibility talks about you know, how you can sense that others are watching you, right? But you should still be authentic to yourself. You know? So there's definitely a need to create boundaries at this time so that you can continue to be authentic to yourself. So that and while maintaining being authentic to yourself. Do you know what I mean? Um God, these cards are heavy, bro. Oh my goodness. Let's get to some of the gossip cards. Let's get into some lighter energy. And the first card out we have is Deep Fake. Wow. And it says convincing lies, altered truths, virtual deceptions, seeing is no longer believing. And this is the what's the gossip? Deep Fake. So I don't know if there's someone in your energy that is phony or just like not that bright. They may think that what they're saying is so important and so real and so raw, and they're really just like kind of a bullshitter, you know, is what I'm getting. Um, the next card out we have is False Alarm. We also have Breadcrumbing. In the reverse, we have Plastic Smiles. And we also have Poker Face. I'm hearing that song by Nicki Minaj, Pound the Alarm. I don't know if anyone's heard it. Because of this False Alarm. The Weeknd also made a song called False Alarm. But I'm really hearing that song Pound the Alarm by Nicki Minaj. So it sort of reminded me of like this tower moment here, over this person that you need to set boundaries with. It's not allowing you to be in your authenticity. You need to sort of pound the alarm on this deceptive, deep fake character here. And it says deep fake, but I'm seeing deceptive. I keep seeing that. Something about this person's really deceptive. And it's time to pound the alarm on their energy. I'm getting big tower moment energy here. Because they've been breadcrumbing you. It says giving minimal attention, keeping options open, vague promises, never committing fully. And this might be the reason, this deep fake, this breadcrumbing, These might be the reasons that you need to set up these boundaries that it's talking about protection from this person. Whoever this is, if this is a guy, a family member, a friend, a boss, a coworker, okay, I don't know who this person is. But it could be multiple people here. You know, it could be just an overall energy coming from others to you at this time. Um, in this energy. Um, yeah, someone here is just not that bright. Um, and it's time to pound the alarm on this. It's time to really get in their face and be like, are you dumb? Like, are you an idiot? You know, it's like you can't even keep the lid on this anymore. It's time to pound the alarm, you know, for your protection, for your safety, because you need to be authentic, for your authenticity here. Excuse me. We have plastic smiles. So again, this person may be smiling in your face, but it says fake kindness, forced friendliness, hiding resentment behind smiles, friends in name only. So they might like resent you behind the scenes while smiling in your face, but they're not that bright, okay? And you're about to, you know, give them the business, show them the news. Um, the last card out we have is Poker Face. And it says hiding true feelings, impossible to read, emotionally detached, you'll never know. So you might be putting on a poker face in front of this person that's fake smiling at you. It's like fake deep and not that bright. You know, you might be putting on a poker face right now. They can't read you, but you're about to pound the alarm on their face. Pound the alarm on their face, okay? Because with breadcrumbing, they really haven't been a support system for you. Is what I'm getting. When someone breadcrumbs you, it's like you feel no support from them, right? No, like no support. I won't even say little support. No support. When someone's breadcrumbing you, it's like you don't feel support from them. And if it's a lover, then you don't feel love from them, you know? So I'm really getting the lack of support from this person. And I need to set boundaries here with this jack-o'-lantern. You know, protect your hearth, protect your threshold, protect your heart. You know, and so that you can maintain your authenticity here, because this person is fake. They're a phony, and you need to maintain your boundaries and protect your authenticity. You know, and you know, stay true to who you are, and you know, and you know, let's go into the love messages. Actually, let's see what the love messages have to say. What your person wants to say to you right now before we get into the tarot cards. It says, I wish we could be together forever. Yeah, right. I miss you. I need to sort things out first before I can come to you. And I want to fall asleep next to you. So this person's really clinging on to you, okay? Like stage 5 clinger. We have, oh my goodness, you guys won't believe this. You guys won't believe this if I tell you. We have the hearth card here. This is hearth. Oh, can you believe that? Hearth. Oh my gosh. I guess the hearth is like the inside of the home. I'm thinking, okay, the threshold is like by the door, right? But this is hearth. Happiness in our hearts and homes. And wasn't I just saying that? Happiness in our hearts and homes. This is crowning the reading energy. And this is what we need. This is what you need, Aries. You know, to protect your hearth, your heart and home. You know. That's at the center of your focus right now. And we have the skeleton with strength. Because you have a strong heart. You're strong inside. You have the heart of a lion, right? Or the heart of a ram, however you want to say it. You know, Aries is lion-hearted. You know, it's fire element. You know. And you have a strong heart, Aries, a fiery, strong heart. And I mean, you're not gonna let anybody like ruin that for you. You're gonna protect it. Aries is strong, you know. Aries don't take shit. You know. The thing about Aries is they don't really have time for phonies and fakes. Do you know what I mean? This is not Aries energy. They're much too direct, much too forward, you know? So they got their poker face on right now. The other side can't read them. But they're allowed to pound the alarm on that ass, you know? Fucking mad. You know? Fucking mad. Let's go down to the tarot before we get the last two oracle cards, Halloween oracle cards here. Okay. And these don't have words on them. Okay, if you look at the bottom. So it might take me a minute just to see what card we're dealing with here. I might have to look at the book actually. Where's the book? Book. Book. Let's look at my little book. I said, where's the book? Oh my god, I'm a witch. Aries, I'm a witch. Book. Okay, let me. Book, where are you? Book. Okay, let me see what card this is. I'm sorry. I'm like in a really ridiculous mood right now. Let me see what card we're dealing with here. Ooh, like 5 pages of this book. Oh my god, and none of it is in English. Is there another one? This book is not in English. Oh my god. Okay, it's definitely a Knight of Wands. Okay, it's a Knight of Wands, guys. The Knight of Wands, okay. And let's see what else we have. By the time I figure all this out, we have a 6 of Pentacles. Okay. I didn't even look at the cards real good yet. I'm just reading to see what we have. We have a 7 of Pentacles. The stock card came out. Tarot stock card. We have a 6 of Pentacles, a 7 of Pentacles. We have a 5 of Pentacles. Look at that. Oh my god, what is that? We have a 9 of Wands. And we have a Knight of Swords. So what do these cards mean? Huh. Yeah, this person's going to be rushing in to try to make things right with you. But with this pound the alarm, I mean, when Aries gets mad, they get mad. Okay? With this pound the alarm card, it's lights out. I mean, You about to deck this motherfucker, Aries. Oh my god. Oh my god. To protect your peace, your sanctity, your holiness. Okay. Protect your peace here. Your hearth. Your home, your heart. You know. To protect your peace, you might, you know, protect this motherfucker. You know, they need it. It'll be good for them. The last cards that we have are Zombie, and it says Control, and this is the picture here. Zombie with Control. And we have Black Cat with Fortune meets Opportunity. That's interesting. That's the Black Cat there. This is Fortune meets Opportunity. So you might get the opportunity to deck this person. You might run into them or something while they're alone. There's not 50 million cameras around, something like that. And they're just like a zombie, right? The fucking Walking Dead, they want control over your life. They're fucking stupid as shit. They're not even fucking alive. They don't got a fucking heartbeat. They don't got no fucking heart. Breadcrumbing you and shit. No support. No love. You know. Just the Walking Dead, bro. Zombies. Yeah, they're gonna come back around wanting it. No. 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 You can be fucking red in the face. You be hot in the face. You know, ready to pow their ass. You know. So Aries, this could be anybody in your life that's been testing your boundaries, okay? This could be an ex, a lover. This could be kids. This could be parents. This could be family. This could be bosses, coworkers, friends. You know, this could be neighbors. This could be, you know, people at church or, you know, hey, you know, it is what it is. But there's somebody in your life that's been testing your boundaries, okay? And what they're really doing is messing with your peace in your heart and your hearth in your home, okay? And this is what's really upsetting you. This is what has you red, because they're messing with your peace now, and they've been breadcrumbing you. They've been two-faced, deep fake to you, and plastic smiles. You know, fake, phony, and you know, you need to set boundaries with this person, or people, Aries, okay? And I see it's like beyond setting boundaries, okay? You're really ready to, you know. I mean, you're fucking hot. I mean, I see you're hot over this shit. And who even gives a shit how they feel, right? I'm not even gonna get into that energy. Who even gives a shit, Aries? I don't care. They don't care. You don't care. You know, oh, they're all whiny and bitchy. You know, who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? You know. I'm not even gonna get into their energy with all those tarot and message cards that came out. Oh, I forgot to take a picture of the spread. That's okay. Yeah, I forgot to take a picture of the spread. But, try to get a couple pictures here. But that's the reading, Aries. I hope that was helpful to all the Aries out there and to Andrea. Um, mm, who is just so sweet, you guys. So, um, yeah, this reading was requested by Andrea, so all the other Aries watching, you have Andrea and myself to thank. you know. So, I hope you have a wonderful afternoon, evening, night, morning, day, week, into the weekend, everything. And I will talk to you later. Peace.